What's up? What's up? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Welcome to another edition of our daily news, breaking news, everyday news. Yes, man, how are you guys doing? How was your weekend? How is your festive season? And as we say, remember guys to like, share, comment, and follow. My name is Prince. I just want to say welcome to the show. Welcome to our daily news special. And guys, it's been a while since we hosted. Since we broadcast actually a show here. The reason is because of Nyaye load shedding and other reasons. I have more reasons. I have more reasons why I didn't come live here. Almost like a month or so. Since we do this, and so I do promise that next year, 2023, things are gonna change here. We have so many shows which are coming here on this channel. But before I talk about that, I just want to apologize. I just want to apologize to all our viewers who are watching us on YouTube right now. Takata almost like a week last week, we were suspended by YouTube because of a certain video that we posted last year. Video yainzizoni yakakanganisa ire video yekuti hanze ngeri too graphic. That's why sometimes I don't post my videos akawanda. Reason why is because some of the videos are too graphic. Saka YouTube one reviewer most of these videos kana isinga kodzeri kuti ive online one remove a video yoyo, then over kupa a strike, which means that they can suspend you like 1 week or 2 weeks. Kupa 3 month strikes, which means that they can remove the channel. And yes, you see, Saka, we need to be very careful of what we post on social media. That's the reason why Isusu Takataka suspended for almost a week last week, but we are back now here on YouTube. And I just want to say thank you very much for our loyal viewers, our family who are following us here. Not just here on Facebook only. We have a family which is growing also on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook account. Yes, if you haven't follow us on Facebook, our page is Prince Miller Entertainment. Our Facebook group is Prince Miller Entertainment TV. I just want to say thank you once again, those who are following us on Facebook. And so I just want to also apologize for not coming here, broadcasting here, keeping you guys up to date with the latest. I know kuti menge munoda kunzwa zvikuitika. Of course, we used to do this every Monday to Friday, but due to nyaya yemagetsi ndo imwe nyaya zvakare iri kutikanganisa kuita basa, because magetsi kunenge kusina magetsi andika saka zvokutongotaimira kana magetsi ariko like today kune magetsi ariko nhasi saka ndangotega ndinongouya zvangu ndingotaura nhau dzatakakurukura since January up to now. So I'm going to do this in phases. I'm going to do this in phase 1, which is at this show. So tomorrow I might come back tomorrow again. Starting time is at 6 o'clock. I apologize for starting late. And Friday also I'll be here. Tichawa nyaya dzakaitika this year, nyaya dzataikurukura nezvadzo here, top headlines. And today I've prepared because usually ndowanzotaura ndingofunga mubrain dzangu, but today I've actually write some of the hot topics that we discussed here on this channel since the beginning of the year 2022 muna January. And so if you are joining us for the first time, welcome to the channel. My name is Prince. Remember guys to like, share, comment, and follow. So earlier this year, we turned this channel into a news channel. into current affairs channel, and we did separate our videos, the gossip videos, panyaya dzanamaititi nedzimwe nyaya dzana Queen Delicious, to the other sister channel of ours, which is Zimex TV. If you haven't subscribed, just go to Zimex TV. Do sister channel yedu ndokwata kutaura nyaya dzanamaititi dzana Queen Delicious zviri kuitika mumastreets, nyaya dzemusic, nyaya dzesports. So takati mavideos ese ayo chawandisa ku one side because panapa pane vanhu vanga vasingadi kunzwa nyaya dzanamaititi, panga pane vanhu vanga vasingadi kunzwa nyaya dzana Queen Delicious, pane vanhu vari pano vakawanda vanoda kunzwa nyaya yezviri kuitika muZimbabwe, nyaya dzepolitics, nyaya dzecurrent affairs. I mean nyaya dzengori serious andika saka tine age group panapa yevanhu vati kurei andika nevamwe vechidiki varipo, andika big up to you because kashoma kunyatsoona vanhu vanenge vada kunzwa nyaya zviri kuitika muZimbabwe vechidiki, because vazhinji vechidiki vanenge vachingoti politics ndiye madhara, politics I don't do politics. Saka vazhinji vanenge vachifarira nyaya dzanamaititi. That's why takaseparate 2 channels, one Zimex TV and here which is Prince Miller Entertainment TV. So one of the main topics that we would focus in January was nyaya yezvikoro, and yes, zvikoro this year in January zvikoro zvakanonoka kuvhurwa because of nyaya dze-COVID-19 yakakanganisa zvinhu zvakawanda, including kuvhura kwezvikoro kwevana. Takaona maform 4 last year achinyora zvakare muna January, and for the first time ever we saw kuti calendar yange yatochinja kudhara, and soka January was the year whereby vana vezvikoro vakambogara vari kumba zvichinzi zvone vabereki vanobhadhara ma-school fees, but zvikoro hazvisi kuvhurwa anytime soon. And we also saw nyaya dzema-soldiers, dzemapurisa vanga kuita zvisina basa, and inyaya is very serious because since the beginning of this year we saw so many robberies achiitika, is the increase of robberies, and some of these guys who are involved panyaya dzema-robberies, masoja nemapurisa and vari security forces, amwe magadhi vanenge vane access yepfuti, and saka ZDF vakati zvoni report any soldier wamunenge maona anenge achiita zvisiri pamutemo. Even today, kana muchiziva masoldiers amwe ari kutyora mutemo, you don't have to protect them, havatyise vanhu vaya, just go and report them. Vanotosungirwa kutonzi kana vachifamba muvanhu vari mucommunity manenge batenge tiri, hazvida kuti kana uri musoja you can easily take your the law into your own hands. Aiwa, uri musoja usoja wako unohuitira kukamba kwamunenge muri, not macommunities atinenge tiri. So ZDF wakati zvoni we need to report to any Roji soldiers. And January was the year again hetakaona ma-political parties vachigadzira panyaya dzema-by-elections akaitwa muna March 26, and ndoimwe nyaya zvakare that we're going to talk a lot about it, nyaya yema-by-elections akaitwa March 26. And also MDC Alliance, yes, at that time yava Nelson Chamisa yange under pressure from Wamonzora vachiti zvoni zita rekuti MDC hamusi kwanisa kurishandisa pama-by-elections achanga achiitwa March 26. It was the first by-elections after COVID-19. Remember kuti takata almost like a year or 2 pasina ma-by-elections akaitwa, and remember ma-MPs nema-councillors akawanda akatwa recalled ne-MDC yava Douglas Monzora. Saka so many constituencies anga asina ma-MPs, anga asina ma-councillors. Saka urumende yaiti zvoni we cannot conduct ma-by-elections because of nyaya dze-COVID-19. Do nyaya yangonzi COVID. And saka ma-March 26 by-elections anga ari very, very crucial to ma-political parties ese, and including MDC Alliance vachamisa. But muna January vaitonzi zvoni havakwanisi kushandisa zita rekuti MDC Alliance pama-by-elections. Vamonzora vakatoenda in fact vakatonyora a letter to ZEC vachiadvisa ZEC kuti what, we can't allow any political party using the symbols or the name MDC. And pa-social media takaona zvakare a hashtag of say no to Monzora, and vanawana vangoti aiwa isusu kana vamonzora ava vaita zvavari kuita, we are not going to be voting for him pama-elections ariko muna 2023. That's why takazoona zvakare muna March after by-elections aitwa kuti vamonzora iwavo, the same person, you failed to even gain a seat pama-councils or even pama-MPs. Saka the build-up of that, the build-up of MDC Alliance kuti ishaye ma-seats after March 26 by-elections yakatotangira since January, since the whole battle between him, Wamunzora, and Vachamisa. And Vachamisa was forced, kuti act quick panyaya yekuti vatsvage zita a new political party. So it was a very, very dramatic January, and we also saw kuti Mbare Musika informal markets in Jakare nenyaya zvakare, which I'm going to talk about here a lot because takazonzi pano vakazoshaya later this year. Tine vanhu 2 or 3 vakashaya kuMbare because of nyaya violence. And I heard some people saying kuti even today nyaya violence iyo ichiri kuitika kuMbare, nyaya yema-tables kuMbare kumpedza namo, nyaya violence. City council yakaenda kuMbare yakanopaza misika yevanhu, and because I mean pese panga pangozara musika. Saka nyaya iyoyo yakatanga January, and unfortunately zvakazengoitika hazvo zvakazoitika hazvo later this year, whereby people had to fight. We saw some Triple C members and ZANU-PF members vachirwira ma-tables kuMbare, and unfortunately 1 or 2 people passed away in the process. And so nyaya inotiratidza kuti we as Zimbabweans, we are not united. Hatizi vanhu vakabatana because takashanda pamwe chete pasina kuti hanzi political party iyi ndeiyi. Tese tinokwanisa kurarama tese tichikwanisa kuraramisa mhuri dzedu, andika because kupazirwa kwema-tables, kupazirwa kwekuti mese munenge muchitengesa zvisiri pamutemo, zvinhu zvangogara zvingoripo. A city council failed to actually managed nyaya yema-tables nenyaya yekutsvaga dzimwe nzvimbo dzekuti vanhu vakwanise kutengesera zvinhu zvavo. Andika saka hazvirevi kuti iwo ma-tables acho ma-vacant tables anenge aripo anenge ari emusangano kuti ndiye vamwe vanhu vanenge vari reserved. No, we need to share them equally. Mune munhu anokwanisa kuona table ikoko kuMbare, okwanisa kutotengesawo, okwanisa kutotiwo mari, oraramisa mhuri yake pasina violence, pasina violence senge yatakazoona later this year. And because pa-TV kana kuti mapepa nawo vanga vasingataura nezvazvo, but the real fight was there in Mbare, panyaya dzeve-political party vanenge vachiuya kuzoextorta mari kuma-vendors vachizvoni tipe mari kuti kutengese. At the same time ma-informal traders vachimasana nemapurisa kuMbare uku, because I mean munhu ada kurarama hanzi wakarara unoraya mhuri nenzara. Saka inyaya Mbare Musika informal traders, which I feel like I'm going to talk about it more as we move on. And so tichiri muna January, and tichiri muna January 2022, and so we also saw the beginning or the fight between Subed Msengezi, the man who is challenging ED ku High Court, atsvakwa nemapurisa. Zeterapi was looking for Subed Msengezi earlier this year in January, and we also see Owen Muda Ncube being fired by ED. Owen Muda Ncube is a state security minister. He was the former he was the former state security minister. He was fired from his office by the president Mnangagwa earlier this year in January. And in the build-up yakatangira ipapo because takazona violence yakaitika in Kwekwe. And remember, this gentleman is a friend of ED or animal close ties with the president. But takazona violence yakazitika in Kwekwe, whereby we lost Triple C supporter. His name was Boneni Ncube. We're going to talk about it here again later on this show. So the build-up of that violence yakatanga in January. And MDC Alliance, they the meeting in January. Yes, MDC Alliance at that time, yavachamisa. They the meeting when it comes to nyaya zitarao kuti what are they gonna do, because vamonzora vangopinza pakona panyaya zita. And so they the meeting again in January. And voter registration for my by-elections in March, it was closed again in January. So which means kuti kuna vese vakazoregister after January kuregister kuvota. They're gonna be voting next year muna 2023. Apana munhu akazoregister kuvota muna January pama by-elections anga ariko muna March. And remember ZEC yakatanga this exercise muna December nemuna November muna 2020. Yes, muna 2021 and muna November December muna 2021 vachiti zvoni vese vane nzvimbo dziri kuitwa maby-elections kana musina kuregister kuvota uyai muregister kuvota. And so monzora ndo pakazonyora tsamba kuZEC achitaura achiti zvoni MDC Alliance, they cannot use the name MDC Alliance, which is yavachamisa. It was barred from using the name MGC pama by-elections atanga ariko. And we also saw Zimbabwe prisons introduce a new uniform. And yes, inyaya yatakakurukura nezvayo zvakare pano Zimbabwe prisons introduce a new uniform. And on January 14 Wamunangagwa vakatora leave. So every, just like his predecessor Mugabe, every January Wamunangagwa wanotora leave yao. And on the 14th of November 2022 Wamunangagwa vakatora leave vawasira Wachiwenga as the acting president at that time. But the man, he didn't actually go on leave. Havana kuenda ku Singapore kana kuti ku Malaysia kana kuti ase ayo. The man was a state house and he was still even doing some daily duties, but the man vainzi zvoni vari ku leave. And saka Wachiwenga wangwane rubatsiro kudhara at that time, but president vainzi vari ku leave. Maybe vaitya kuti vakasiya Wachiwenga varipo vaizowana nzvimbo pasisina here, no one knows. But the man didn't actually go on leave. He was still doing his daily duties at the state house, so the man didn't go anywhere. And Chamisa did form a new political party muna 2022 muna January, which is now called Citizens Coalition for Change. And the man had to do that. The man had to form a new political party. Reason why was because by-elections anga paduze on muna March, and at the same time they had to think quick because Papa's not time, and everybody was now asking, okay, who are we voting for? Pama by-elections ariko muna March 26 because we all know kuti muna 2018 the whole battle was between MDC Alliance Wachamisa and ZANU-PF, and I know amekupi wakambozama nepo vanokwanisa, but she didn't come to the party. So everybody was now putting pressure on Wachamisa regarding to the new political party. And so we also saw Hopeo achinetsana na Joshua Mapunga on Facebook vachinetsana nenyaya ye-Pan-Africanism nenyaya ye-modern age. Ivideo zvakare atakata pana pa channel. And so guys, January was full of activities. I hope next year, 2023, we're going to have a very, very exciting January. And remember, with any pama preparations in my elections, article muna July, August 2023. So we're expecting my political parties Agawanda could launch their manifestos in January or February. And Vashanga rallies out all over Zimbabwe. And here on this channel, we're going to be keeping you guys up to date with the latest until the election day. So it's going to be exciting. And remember, this time, Tinema political parties are at one day. And I don't know ne married ne ZEC when it comes to Nyadzema candidates, we don't know, but there are 20,000. I thought how many political parties we afford those $20,000 per candidate for presidential, maybe 5, maybe 6. But in 2018, almost like 22 political parties were contested as presidential candidates. So next year, I don't know how many. I really don't know how many, because $20,000 it's a lot of money for my small political parties kuti varaise. Remember kuti vachada kuzoreza zvakare mari dzema-councillors, dzema-MPs, dzema-senators. Saka, it's going to be a very, very tricky situation. Andika, when it comes to nyaya elections ariko next year muna 2023. Andika, so muna January zvakare nyaya electoral reforms inyaya yakataurika. Andika, ene zvakare ndo nyaya ekutoti even next year inyaya ichachange ichitaurika zvakare, inyaya yachange iri pa front page mapepanhau akasiyana-siyana pa social media, people talking about nyaya dzema electoral reforms. Akakosha because anta kuti the playing field iyo iri level, all political parties vaone mukana wekuadvertisa panepenyuro dzema-radio, pama-TV, mapurisa vasasunge ma-journalist, munhu avhotire political party anenge achida, ma-political parties asanetswe panyaya dzekucampaigna. We saw kuti pama by-elections kuti takaona violence ichiitika, takaona mapurisa achirambidza ma-political parties kuti acampaign mune dzimwe nzvimbo because of certain reasons. Some saying kuti ZANU-PF iri kunoku, saka mimi muri kunoku on the same day. You can host a rally here because of ABCD, hatina manpower. Dzimwe nguva wenda kune imwe nzvimbo under city zvonzi musi wemusangano wacho zvonzi we cannot allow you to host your rally because of ABCD. Saka nyaya electoral reforms inyaya yakatokosha, whereby I expected to see my MPs in parliament, both my MDC Alliance MPs, both Triple C MPs, kuti vapushe nyaya yema-reforms. But a little was done. That's the reality. A little was done when it comes to nyaya dzema-reforms, and we're now 4 months to go for my election that come in 2023. My reforms there atomboitwa. So what's next? That's the thing. What's next? Kama reforms asina kuitwa. Is this election going to be free and fair? Dopane nyaya yese papo. And so earlier in January, Triple C oro vachamisa vakati zoni my electoral reforms ngaitwe so that kuti tive tine ma by-elections are free and fair. Aizoitwa muna March 2023. So guys, if you're just joining us here, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Daily News Special, episode number 110. Yes, we're just doing a review, a whole year review here on this channel. And this review is going to come in different parts. And it's part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, until next year, as we'll be talking much about what will happen this year, 2022, and what are we expecting. Remember, kuti nyaya itangika, kuti utaure nyaya pane painofana kutotangira. And if you look on some of these topics which I'm talking about right now, matopics ekutoti takatozopedza gore rese tichingokurukura nezvawo, and akatotangira muna January, some akatotangira before January. Saka it's very crucial for us to keep on talking about this, to do a review kuti nyasona kuti zviri kufamba sei. And so it was also a year of Mary Mbaiwa, and yes, we talked about Mary Mbaiwa here so many times, and it was a time whereby we saw Mary Mbaiwa collapse at Harare Magistrate Court. Yes, aka collapse, akadona pasi, and all those videos and pictures were trending on social media. And remember, she's still facing some charges again, court in Zim and also in South Africa. Recently, we did a video whereby some of her properties in South Africa has been seized by the authorities here because akutozoni akaita money laundering. Mari yakashandisa kutenga ma-properties yayo is ill-gotten wealth. And saka inyaya Mary Mbaiwa inyaya yakabvira before this year, yakabvira 2020, 2020 to 2021 and 2022 muna January, ndipo pawakazocollapsa, and her health was not looking good. And that's the truth. Mary Mbaiwa muna January anga asanyasomira mushe wanyasonoika kutoti although they want her in court, but utano hwawo ngosina mushe. And so it was also a time whereby we saw pictures of Temba Mriswa meeting with Kasukuwere, Jonathan Moyo, Joao in South Africa. There was a picture which was circulating on social media. Takatane a picture pano. Takati onai wa Jonathan Moyo, onai wa Temba Mriswa, onai wa Joao wasangana South Africa. Remember all those guys, besides Temba Mriswa, Kasukuwere, Joao and Jonathan Moyo were former G40 brothers, and ndo wanga wari architects of the G40. Saka it was a very, very surprising picture to saw Temba Mriswa machita lunch gara South Africa, and that picture was trending, and the picture which was ZANU-PF did react to that picture could go chichuitika Temba Mriswa, what kind of business is he planning near my former G40. And so we also saw Tendai Biti coming back to Parliament in January 2022. Yes, and 5 others. Because remember what wangu watu record ne party yakapinza wabiti mu Parliament. Watu record name wacho ere ikoko ameno. The whole story was complicated, but snake I could yakazoti, you know what, Tendai Biti and the 5 others can return to Parliament. And so it was a win situation for Triple C at that time, because awatenda biti finance mira comes to Nyazemari. And so we also saw Cyclone Anna hitting Zimbabwe at that time in January, and is yakaparaza zvipfuyo zvakawanda dzimba dzakaeredzwa nemvura. And so we also saw zvakare Zek vachizvoni havasikuzombomira kuhire ex-state agents. Remember, Zek has been accused so many times panyaya dzekuemploya ex-government officials nehama dzema-politicians. And at the moment, mwana wa Kembo Mwadi, Abigail, we did a video here, in the middle of the year. He's now employed by Zek, and we expect Zek to be free, to be independent. How can this happen? Munangari MCIO, assistant MCIO, commissioner Zek. Munina wa Nick Mangwana, akushanda Zek. Saka, if you look on those people who are on Zek panel, most of them, they are related to ZANU-PF officials, or they are ex-government officials. Some of them are ex-state agents who are kind of Zek, and we expect Zek to be independent. Saka mapatiko part Zakawanda, they are now putting pressure on Zek, saying, you guys are supposed to be my referees by the elections, but you are employing hama dzevanu vari mugovernment. Zviri kufamba sei? Imi ndimi suppose munge muri marefree, makuemploya hama dzevanhu vari mugovernment, makuemploya ma-ex state security agents. And their response was, we simply hire people, and we simply hire people because of their qualifications. Hazvine kuti angari hama yanhingirikini kana hama yanhingirikini, isusu tinongohaya vanhu kuti vaya vazoshanda kuZek, and we are independent. And saka ndoinyaya zvakare yakanetsa zvakare muna January earlier this year, and Chamisa forms a new political party, and on January 25 we saw some pictures of Triple C, which is now called Citizens Coalition for Change. People were now reacting to that yellow color. Some people were saying that yellow color, some people were not okay with the symbol, that symbol, Chinzan's symbol, and they are terrorists, which I say, and it was a whole trend on social media. Many people were talking a lot about the new political party, the new baby in town, which is Citizens Coalition for Change, Chamisa, and it was a whole different level. January 22, and Chamisa did a press conference. He was wearing yellow at that time, and we did a video also here. And one of the main topics we also talked about earlier this year was Nyaema Chinese, and my Chinese employers. We've seen so many people being moved but Jumbo Zao on their ancestral land, because my Chinese awe Mujumbo, Tora Jumbo, because Mujumbo might granite, might any mineral Wachida, and the whole process yacho my family I know it was I think he didn't get city. I feel like mumwe munhu kugovernment anenge atopiwa mari kana kuti minister anenge apiwa mari minister ane mashares in that deal iroro because kamubatiro kanozwa vanhu vemuvillage imomo nemachinese kanonzwisa tsitsi and so many families were displaced since the beginning of the year with Chinese. Besides that, most of the companies which are owned by Chinese vanozikana nenyaya yekuabuse vashandi avatedzere mitemo yemunyika when it comes to nyaya dzemalabor conditions. Saka inyaya iri very serious, inyaya yekutoti I'm gonna talk a lot about it here because inyaya takakava zvakare here on this channel since the beginning of the year. Even the Chinese embassy vakatoramba vakatoti hakuna zvakadaro isusu tinoremekedza mitemo yemunyika menyu Zimbabwe, but on the ground reality we all know that Chinese, they don't respect our rules and regulations, they don't respect our culture values, and because that kind of ignorance hauite kuChina ikoko. Ukada kunyika kwao, they are very strict when it comes to their culture, when it comes to their values. But in Zimbabwe, my Chinese anopiwa ground rekuita zvanenge vachida kuita, and kashoma kuti vaprosecute zvakare machinese aya, they always get away with it. And saka inyaya zvakare kutoti we're gonna be focusing a lot about it here. But in January we saw so many people talking a lot about nyaya dzemachina kuti kufamba sei, and so it was also a very interesting month, January, because we saw Thokozani Kupe, who was the MDCT vice president at that time, announcing the split of the political party, and there was all beef between her and Douglas Monzora. So Ame Kupe wakata press conference vachizoni ndakusplit from MDC T ndakutorawo party yangu vaMonzora vatorawo party yavo, and saka it was very interesting. And US was also calling for ED to implement nyaya dzema-reforms dzenambutana nezvazodziya kuti pana pasina maya ma-reforms ma-elections achanga achiitwa next year achanga achinetsa zvakare, changa chichiona people complaining saying kuti tabirirwa, people saying kuti voters vanamira mushe, we are not allowed to campaign nzvimbo dzakati, violence ichiitika is because of nyaya dzema-reforms. So US was calling for reforms earlier this year, vachizvoni ED must implement those reforms. And it was also a sad month because Zexmanasa ndo wara wakazosha ndo mwedzi wakashaya muna January 2022. May he so rest in peace. Zexmanasa was a legend, and ndiye munhu akazadza National Sports Stadium. I wasn't born yet at that time, but ndakangonzwa hangu kunzi akata muchato unotyisa wekutoti akazadza National Sports Stadium. I don't know if someone else can do that. Izvozvi kutoti angazadza National Sports Stadium achita muchato. But anyway, Zexmanasa passed away earlier this year in January, and so nyaya Chinese inyaya yakanetsa. They were now trying to evict villagers from Binga and also Mutoko inyaya yegranite, and saka nyaya Chinese inyaya yekutoti ndakataura nayo izvozvi, so I can spend at least another 30 minutes tichitaura more about Chinese. I feel like they do a disrespect. One disrespect our values. They don't respect us as people. Wantona kunge, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't understand. It's maybe because it's the government on what treat kunge Mazai, or maybe it's a friendship between Zimbabwe and China. I don't know. But I feel like there's two need to be teached away, and because often mama simba kufura ma locals. So they were trying to evict people from Binga and also from Mutoko, and so it was also the continuation of nyaya dzema sanctions, which is when Zimbabwe is suffering from Zimbabwe is suffering under nyaya dzema sanctions, saying kuti ma sanctions ngabviswe so that Zimbabwe economy can prosper, and we've seen and we've talked about it throughout the year. Nyaya dzema sanctions kuti ma sanctions aya akabviswa, Zimbabwe inokwanisa here kusumuka. vamwe vakati inosumuka, vamwe vakati hapana chinombochinja. And saka inyaya yekutoti we're gonna be talking a lot about it here again as we move on. So this was the January month. If I've left anything, you guys can still comment in the comment section. It was a very, very I would say interesting January, because Amekupe was splitting from MDC. Chamisa was pushed on the corner. The men had to form a new political party as quick as possible. We also saw nyaya yezvikoro hazvina kuvhurwa muna January because of nyaya COVID-19. Form 4s ainyora examinations avo at that time. It was very interesting. It was, and also Cyclone Anna also hit Zimbabwe. Kuna namutare kwakurwa neCyclone Anna yakaparadza nzvimbo dzakasiyana siyana. Saka it was a very interesting January 2022, and also 6 months ndo mwedzi waakashaya. May he so rest in peace. So muna February 2022, and yes, I'm gonna talk about nyaya dzema campaigns. And February, it was a month of preparations for my campaigns. My campaigns, my by-elections, aizoitika muna March 26. And so Triple C was now formed. And Triple C at that time, don't go at Triple C panga kupisa ma streets. Triple C enga kupisa, everybody angangoti yellow, ijiga banana, yellow. We saw some people wachipfeka madhuku, mazambia, t-shirt, machi. I mean, yellow enga kupisa. So personally, I did so many videos here. At that time, I was saying kuti the way nyaya dzema candidates, the way they chose nyaya dzema candidates, because takandozvinizvoni ma-councillors nema-MPs vaya vakachiwa record navaDouglas Munzura ndo vachange vachiparticipate zvakare pama-by-elections achange achiitwa muna March. So it was a agreement I think yakaitwa in Triple C kuti kana vakatwa record ndo change uchikontesta zvakare, because vapasina nguva yekuti vanoita ma-primary elections, because ma-by-elections anga aitoitwa musi March 26. Remember kuti Triple C is a new political party, saka vanga vasina nguva yekuita ma-primary elections. So the only way there to choose my candidates was to just say kana vakacampaigna kana ungori MP before wotongoita MP zvakare wotongocontesta. But zvisinei takona zvakare kuti nzvimbo dzakawanda some vakanzwisisa the whole process, but others vakati aiwa, I want to contest because inini ndakambocontesto gore rakati, saka I want to contest. Some people say kuti inini ndiri popular kunzvimbo inoi, so I want to contest. So takona ma-double candidates in Triple C, which I think did cost them a lot mune dzimwe nzvimbo dzakasiyana, including masvingo Ward 4 ekutoti some candidates vakatoramba kuita withdraw their candidature vachitoti, you know what, I want to contest because of ABCD. Of course, muna anenge ane reason yake why he or she wants to contest for those by-elections. And so it was a very sad moment for Chamisa kuti vakwanise kusolva nyaya iyi, but the man failed to solve nyaya dzema double candidates. So since then he said that 2023 it's gonna be people's choice, which means kuti vanhu ndovachange vachichuza macandidates avanenge vachida kuti vaconteste munzvimbo dzakasiyana siyana, because it was a lesson there kuti madouble candidature anoita kuti mavotes munzvimbo dzakasiyana akwanise kusplitwa into two, because vanhu vanenge vasina choice kuti vochuza upi chaichaiye, because vese vanenge vari vepato rimwe chete. And so we also saw that Operation Dudula in South Africa muna February ndo painge yakupisa. We know kuti December, like now, when Rwanda they are going to Zimbabwe, when Rwanda they are moving from South Africa to Zimbabwe for holidays. January when vazhinji vanenge vakudzoka from Zimbabwe vakuenda to South Africa. Saka muna February we saw Operation Dudula ndo painge yakupisa in South Africa. They are saying that Zimbabweans who are working in South Africa should go back to their country. And takona in Alexander in a deep salute tichiona ma operation dudula achilonchwa over dzakasiyana in many locations in SA, in Joburg, and saka it was a very tense moment for the Zimbabweans who were in South Africa at that time, or who were in South Africa. Remember what Operation Dudula is to a project which is to doing its thing even today. And saka it was a very tough moment for the locals for the Zimbabweans who are working and living in South Africa. And MDC Yawamonzora, and I remember what in do MDC and Gasara, they were now fielding 92 candidates per by-elections in March 2022. They had to field 92% of the candidates because Rwanda vanga wasade to be associated with MDC Yawamonzora. I don't know why, but they managed to field 52. They managed to field 92% of the candidates for the by-elections. And court and the High Court actually ruled out that Mary Mbaiwa was no longer Vice President Chiwenga's wife. And it was a very sad moment for Mary Mbaiwa. Aenzone akata forgera marriage certificate, and so High Court yakamuona ane mhosva yekufojera marriage certificate, so it ruled that Mbaiwa was not Vice President Chiwenga's wife. And saka the whole Mbaiwa situation and Chiwenga situation was also in courts. It was also trending in February earlier this year. It was also a month for my by-elections, my campaigns, my by-elections. Dopa akatanga muna March 2020, muna February 2022. Takona my by-elections achitanga zvakare, and my campaigns achitanga, my political parties akawanda achiloncha their manifestos for the March 26 by-elections muna February 2022. We also saw Monzora recalling Amekupe, and Amekupe wanga ita press conference wachiti she's now splitting from MDC. Saka Monzora akati I know what inindo kufixa vakabva retauro code Amekupe and Mnguni from from parliament. Saka Amekupe was recalled now Monzora muna February 2022. We also saw the launch of e-passports, and which started to be in the system on the 7th of February 2022. My e-passports, which I think they've been issued well, according to Matarura Antavanu since February 2022 up to now. My process in my e-wallet was very quick. It was very quick compared to my ordinary passports and where I tambo kudara. But nyama prices adonya yekuti vanawanda vaiti I do at that time, because the emergency one is now 220 US and the normal one is 120. But kubuda zvawo ayo my e-passports aibuda in fact aibuda zvekudaro, and so akatanga kushanda muswa 7 February 2022. And at the same time, the new political party Triple C engaged Mari for my campaigns. So the people had to raise Mari, and Mari the Triple C ikwanise kushanda, and we've seen kuti they did a crowdfunding per social media. Is a GoFund page was launched for Triple C kuti vakwanise kucampaign for my elections akazoitwa muna March 26. And so it was also a back and forth between ZANU-PF and Triple C nezvonyaya yellow color, vachizvoni Triple C, the new political party, mustn't use the yellow color symbols out, because ZANU-PF yellow equals zvakare. And so guys, this is a daily news special on Prince Mille Entertainment TV. Yes, I'm gonna continue again tomorrow at 6 o'clock another time. If you're just joining us here, thank you for listening and watching. We'll be back again tomorrow here Thursday 6 o'clock another time, as we'll be keeping you guys up to date with the latest inyaya dzakakurukura nezvadzo pano since the beginning of the year, muna January 2022 up to now. Gonna be focusing on the main stories, because remember nyaya idzi dzimwe dzacho dzichiri kungotenderera even today, right now on social media. Inyaya dziri serious. This is a daily news special on Prince Miller Entertainment TV, episode number 110. We'll be back tomorrow with more reviews as we focus more panya dzema nyaya dzakasiyana siyana. And my name is Prince. Remember guys to like, share, comment and follow. Bless up.